Hello, this is Gloria J. York, Master Tarot Reader for over 25 years, spiritual channeler since birth, and best-selling author of the #1 bestseller, Medical Manslaughter. Will your doctor cause your death? Please read it. I know it will save your life. And happy May, as a matter of fact. Happy Mother's Day. Here we are in May already. And it's amazing how fast the time flies. It just seems like yesterday we did the Easter Tarot read in April. And if you'll recall, it did mention quite a few things that did already come to fruition, such as mentioned there'd be a lot of surprises, not only in April, but in May. And yes, there were a lot of surprises, and there still are surprises coming. And as a matter of fact, there will be some shocking news also. And it mentioned that we should watch our words. Remember that? Because of the planet Mars being on top of us and shedding down that particular influence, we have to watch what we say, because once we say something and the words are out, we cannot bring them back. So watch your words, and that's especially important here in May. So, as you can see, we've got a lot going on, and of course we've been in quarantine, and now that's starting to ease up so that we go out and we start getting our country back together again. Absolutely necessary, and Spirit says this is the time to do it, and it must be done. It must be done. So, get ready to go back to work, or perhaps on this time that you've had off, you've given a lot of thought to going and being an entrepreneur, starting your own business or your own franchise. That's okay. As a matter of fact, that's more than okay. Spirit is saying that this is the time to do it. Pick up your sword, Spirit says. Pick up your sword and charge. So that's what we've all got to do. That should be our motto. Today we're going to take a look at the read for the sign of Aries for May 2020. So anyone who has Aries anywhere in your chart, there is a message here for you. So let's take a look and see what Spirit has to say for the sign of Aries. Okay, our initial card is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is telling us that we need to evaluate our past accomplishments. We need to evaluate how we handled love situations in the past. There are loves that we lost, and we think about that. We wonder what it might have happened if we held tight and if we stayed in that relationship. Some of us are sorry that we let it go. And we look and we say, would I have been better off? Some of us, yes, and some of us, no. But no matter what, Spirit is saying, enough crying over spilt milk. Because as you could see, Spirit is sending 2 more loves. Yes, 2 more loves are coming. Now, that could be romance, or that could be friendship, or that could be a coworker. But 2 more people are going to come into your life that's going to make a difference. And you're going to be glad that they came and glad that they're there. Because the card that is influencing it is a card of victory. That's right, 6 of Rods. That's a card of victory. So whoever is going to be coming in is going to be making quite an influence on you. It's going to make quite an impact. And you are going to be so glad that they came into your life, because they're going to offer not only a lot of positive thinking, but they're going to offer a lot of influence and ideas and adventure. And that's what you want. That's what Aries wants. Now, more recently, we had a message recently from someone, a younger person came to us with some sort of a message. Now, always watch whenever the real young come to us, because sometimes their messages are a little fishy. Sometimes their messages are not total. And we have to learn to ask over and over again to this young person just exactly what it is that you're trying to tell me. Because sometimes they leave the good part out. So ask over and over again when a young one approaches you, whether it's not only for advice, but a lot of times it'll be for money. And because things have been so closed in, because of the quarantine and all, many of us have felt this depression. And yes, Aries, you felt it too. Because we're not used to being closed in. We're not used to being tied down. We are free. That's the way we were born and raised, in a democracy where we were free. Excuse me. If we wanted to go to the movies, we could go. If we wanted to go visit friends, we could do it. If we wanted to go visit someone in the hospital, yes, that was absolutely fine. And so now with the quarantine, everything got changed. And well, there's good in everything. And the thing about this quarantine, it gave us a chance to see. We wanted to see what communism would be like or socialism would be like. Well, we got a taste of it, didn't we? That's right. Under those people, they would dictate where we would go and when we would go and what we would say and what we would do. And that would not be a happy state to live in. So, value and cherish the democracy that you have, the freedom that you have, that was won by many generations before you, that went to war to preserve that flag and preserve that Constitution and every amendment in it. And don't give it up, because once we would lose it, we would never, ever get it back again. So as we progress in your reading, we see here that in destiny you have the Knight of Swords. And that's exactly what Spirit is telling you to do. Pick up that sword and charge. Get going. Get out there. Get working. Get America going again. Get yourself going again. Now, if you don't have a job, it's very easy to get a job these days. Get out there and apply, because there's a lot of people needed. And so we've got to go forward with a positive attitude. Even though during the month of May, we've got 3 planets that are going to go in reverse. So there's going to be a lot of go, stop, up, down, in, out. It's going to be quite a month. Quite a month. Every day is going to be something new and something exciting. And so you might start this month just crawling. But then comes June, and then you'll crawl a little faster. And July, you'll start walking. And then you'll start jogging, etc. But this is the beginning. And nothing happens until you take that first step. And here we are in the month of May. And it's time to take that first step. We've got to. We've got to get America back to where she's the greatest. She's the most powerful country in the whole world. Okay, as we progress from cards 6 to 10, this starts about our future. And as you see, we just had the Knight of Swords, and now we've got the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords tells us that you've won a couple battles, and you got about 3 more to go. That's right. Whether it's at work or at home or with relationships or money, you've had your challenges, and you've won them. And you got a couple more to go. And you know what? You're going to win those too. And the 5 of Swords tells you, don't be afraid of anything. Just get out there and do it. There's nothing to fear. Just go and do it. That's how you'll become successful. That's how everything will fall into place for you. But there's challenges. It's not going to be easy. going to have to extend yourself, but you're going to be so glad that you did and when you did it. Now, as we move further, we come to the position of what you might fear, and we have the Ace of Cups. So, you're worrying about a particular love relationship. Could be romantic, it could be between parent and child, two parents, family members, co-workers. Love is coming in, and you worry that it won't. Spirit just said. But there's nothing to worry about because it is going to come to you. That's right. You've got love coming towards you. And so don't be afraid of it. Don't run from it. Accept it with open arms. Because love is something that you need in your life. I'm hearing from Spirit. Now, when it comes to your colleagues and your friends and your family, we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is someone coming to you with a message about money. Money. Money is coming. Maybe you'll get a job offer. Maybe you'll get a promotion. Maybe you'll get a bonus. Whatever. Maybe you'll just go back to work. And that'd be good enough, wouldn't it? Just to get that steady paycheck coming in again. Maybe you'll open your doors to your business and you'll be pleasantly surprised at how many people stop in and purchase your wares. So, love is coming to you and money's coming to you. Well, you can't ask for anything better than that. Okay. And if you say here, when we go to the position of what you hope and dream, well, you've got a lot of hopes and dreams. Yeah, you love to daydream. You love to wish upon a star and wonder what's going to happen. But with the moon, first of all, you're going to be more emotional than usual. That's coming up, like I say, during this month. The end of this month, maybe going into the first week of June, something like that. I'm hearing that you're going to be quite emotional. And that's okay. That's okay. You've been under a lot of stress. It's good to release those emotions, whether male or female. And the moon also tells us that there are some secrets that are being held. Either you're holding some secrets or someone's holding secrets from you. But there are secrets. And some of those secrets are going to be exposed. Yeah. So that's coming. As a final outcome, we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is peace, comfort, joy, tranquility. So, no matter what is going to go on as you go through the weeks of May and into June, because remember, time is fluid. So, you can't just say, boom, this is just for May, and it'll stop on the 31st, because it doesn't work that way. It'll flow into June. Sometimes some of these readings flow all the way 6 months to a year. I listen for what Spirit has to say about it. Sometimes that's what they say. So, but right now, you've got a lot that is going to go on and give you finally that peace and comfort that you look for, that peace and tranquility that you desire. And then I usually take an extra card, and in pulling your extra card, you have the Three of Rods. And the Three of Rods is telling me that You want to take a trip. And you want to take a trip as soon as you can. And you will. 3 of Rods is saying you will. And you need that very much so. You need that to get away. This has been a period for you that has caused a lot of stress and strain. Some people got through the quarantine and they found it to be very enlightening and very well needed for resting. But you had a little problem with it. You had some challenges with it. You didn't like not working. You didn't like not being able to go and see your friends when you wanted to and get out and about. And you're anxious now to get going, not only to work, but you also want to get away. And you should. You should go and sit somewhere by the water and on a sandy beach and just relax because you needed it. And like I said, you've got a couple more challenges coming your way, but you're going to overcome them. You're going to be successful. So there's nothing to worry about there. So take that vacation and come back refreshed and ready to go. I think now what I'll do for you also is to pull an Archangel card. Let's see what one of the Archangels have to say for you. What message do they have for you, Aries? You know, we have the Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Raphael that stand at the throne of God the Father. Archangel Michael is the great protector, protects us from all evil and corruption. Archangel Raphael is the healer, and he provides healing whenever we are ill or whenever we have someone that we know and love is ill. We pray to Archangel Raphael. And then there's Archangel Gabriel. And Archangel Gabriel is the messenger and has delivered all the important messages to us since the beginning of time. But there are also many other archangels that I have found out about, and I'm being advised to quite often. And I like hearing about these archangels and learning their names. So in this deck here, there are some of the other archangels. But let's see what archangel has a message for you, the sign of Aries. Okay. And I think we're just about there. We'll take the card on top. And it's Archangel Raguel. The message is clairsentience. Archangel Raguel, notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. Notice your reoccurring physical and emotional findings as they signify divine guidance. You know, sometimes someone appears to us or just all of a sudden walks up to us and they might say something really strange. It's unusual. They could say, boy, I really love that coat you're wearing. It's so attractive on you. Someone you don't even know, and they take you by surprise, something as simple as that. And you thank them, and they turn, they go on their way, and then you look around and they're no longer there. Sometimes the spirits from our loved ones come back and they have a few minutes and they materialize and they come and visit us. They come in many forms. Yeah. Sometimes they'll come in the night in your dream. And you know when you wake up that wasn't a dream, it was so real. Sometimes they'll send like a little bird to come and sing on a limb, a beautiful bird that you've never seen before. Sometimes you'll be thinking of someone, and all of a sudden, their favorite song comes on the radio. And you're just shocked because you were just thinking of that person, and you remember that they love that song, or they used to hum that song, or whistle that song, or sing that song. Yes, these are all divine signals from our divine spirits. And please remember that just because you don't see your deceased does not mean that they're gone. I know that's a little difficult for some of you to swallow, but it's the truth. Just because you don't see them doesn't mean they're gone. They tell me that all the time, the spirits. They ask me to tell you over and over again, tell them, explain to them. They plead with me to do that. And so now you know. If you hear something strange, if the lights flicker on and off, there's no reason for it, well, somebody's paying you a visit. Keep it in mind, it's true. I hope you've enjoyed this read, Aries. And if you have, please click on like. And while I'm talking right now, please click on subscribe, because it's very important to subscribe. That keeps this channel going. And then click on share. Share with your family and friends and colleagues so that they can hear the videos. And if Aries isn't their sign, then they'll be introduced to the channel and they'll look up their own sign. But share it with anyone who might have Aries in their chart, because if so, then one of these messages was for them. And if you like, scroll all the way down and leave a comment or question. I read them all, and if you ask a question, I'll certainly answer it, get back to you. Thank you once again, and I wish you a beautiful May, filled with lots of happiness and good health. Be safe, Aries, till I see you again.